Hi everybody and welcome to today's General Hospital reaction. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or reactions. Obviously in a lot better mood today. So, feels good. Okay, so today's episode definitely, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, so let's just get into it. So, at the hospital, Patrick and Elizabeth talk about Jake and Rick, and Elizabeth doesn't know whether she wants to go back to Rick just because she can't have Jake, or if she still has feelings for him, and I'm just like, do whatever you're gonna do, because you're probably gonna just get back with Rick. We all see the writing on the wall. Come on, Elizabeth. Oh, exciting news. I renewed my subscription to ABC Soaps In Depth yesterday. And I had a conversation with, a short Twitter conversation with the executive editor of ABC Soaps In Depth. So, yay. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Jake and Hayden, who's Aiden? I don't know. So Jake is dreaming about asking Sam to move in with him. And it turns out the dream is actually the reunion that he and Sam had basically on his last day on the show. So he is very confused, and he's trying to make sense of the dream, and Hayden is 100% not helping with that, because she's just like, oh, I don't know. I don't even know what her excuses were, because she's just trying to get him to stop remembering stuff. And Hayden again turns it around on him, and she's like, so you can remember these other women but you can't remember me, which immediately shuts Jake down, because then he thinks he's hurting her feelings, and he's so considerate, and Hayden is manipulative, and I kind of like her, but I don't like that she's keeping Jake. Well, I mean, she doesn't, like, I don't know. Do you think if she knew that Jake's real family, aka Sam, was right there, that she would still be continuing on through this? I don't know. I don't think she would. Me and Hayden, I'm getting vibes from her. At the Metro Court, Carly's trying to contact Spinelli to dig into Hayden, and Lucas and Carly talk, and Lucas is beside himself because Luke almost killed him, and he's just having a lot of emotions. And Carly talked to Lucas about the whole Jake thing, and Lucas is kind of suspicious of whether or not she has feelings for Jake too, but then Lucas gets a call from Bobby, and they both apparently head down to the Elm Street house. At Sam's house, Rick is in Sam's living room, and I was super confused until he said why he was there. He dropped Molly off and then just got on the phone, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because I momentarily had forgotten that those characters have anything to do with each other. So it's like if I just showed up at, like, Hugh Jackman's house, you'd be like, why are you here? I'm like, I don't know, I had to take a call. Makes sense. I would never show up at Hugh Jackman's house. What are you talking about? I don't know where he lives. He might live in Australia. I can't make it to Australia. That's like a 17-hour flight. Anyway, so Sam asks Rick. Okay, so Rick is telling Sam all about how Jake's married, because he's upset because Sam got Jake a job with Julian, which is keeping him in town. And so Rick is telling Sam all about Jake's wife and everything, and like really details. So Sam's like, and how do you know all this? And Rick's like, Elizabeth told me. And I'm like, oh, good thinking on your head, because that would not think it on your head, think it on your feet, because that could have sunk you right there. At Oak Hill, Dante and Lulu and Valerie are in Patricia's room. Oh, Valerie comes storming in, and she's furious that her mom's not in her room, and she's scared. Like, Valerie, I can't blame her for any way she acted today, because she's scared and everything. So, Valerie was good today. I'm giving her a pass on anything. And at Elm Street, so it seems like Luke is still dealing with the fallout from the revelations from yesterday. No thanks to ABC 7 News. Throwing shade. And Patricia feels responsible for all this being bottled up in Luke. And we learn Patricia separated herself from the family because she didn't want Luke to remember, and she thought if she was around, Luke would remember what he had done. And Luke is lamenting that he almost had Lucas killed, and that he almost killed his whole family, and he's trying to find a way that he could, like, ever forgive himself for the way he's behaved. And then Valerie, Dante, and Lulu show up, and Valerie's beside herself, but Patricia tells her she needs to forgive and not blame her Uncle Luke, and, you know, to get to know the real him. And poor Valerie is just so confused, because, like, she doesn't want to do that. She was held captive by this guy and attacked. Like, she's not just going to turn around and be like, okay, I forgive you for anything you've done to wrong me. Like, I wouldn't. You have to feel people out, you know? And Dante, unfortunately, has to arrest Luke, because technically he is a fugitive, but whatever. Just make Luke be okay. That's all I want. We finally have, like, a resolution to, like, what, 2 years or a year of build-up, and they compromise, and Dante cuffs him and reads him his Miranda rights, but then he agrees to bring him to the hospital. But before that happens, the three Spencers, like, reunite and hug, and it's a really nice moment, and apparently Carly and Lucas are at the house. I had missed them walking in, so I was super confused for a second, but then I was like, okay, makes sense. And then all of a sudden, just as everything is like, yay, we're one big happy family, Patricia is passed out in her wheelchair. Like, something is horribly wrong, because Patricia just is, like, not responding. So Lucas runs over, because he is a doctor. I'm very proud of him. And Patricia winds up passing away. And Valerie is just in so much pain, and is just over her mother's body, crying and saying, don't leave me alone. And Bobby's like, we'll take care of her, Patricia, we'll take care of her. So, like, now poor Valerie, on top of having, like, this whole new family she's never known about, who she hasn't exactly had the best introduction to, now she's alone with them, and I feel really bad for her, because she lost her mother, and it's really sad. And I liked Patricia. Patricia was awesome. Like, Patricia was really awesome. I loved Patricia. Like, this is the fastest that a character has ever been yanked away from me, and I feel personally victimized by it. Tell me your thoughts. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. But seriously, tell me your thoughts on Patricia and her sudden passing. I'm so upset. And I will see you tomorrow. Is it just Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye.